Zizmor, blood sugar, sex magic, ain't trying to catch havoc. You best to back up off me. The only drug I'm on is this cold cup of coffee. If you see me getting high, knock me down one time. I ain't trying to wind up like the guy from Sublime. Hip hop is what I got without it. Yo, I go insane when I'm like Kurt Cobain or Lane from Alice in Chains. Check it.
I'm drunk again in Bushwick, and my gun crooked from the app has a blast pad and pulpit. I shatter whole shit like Penn and Teller. Cats get murdered on stage like John back from Penn Teller. I feel like Jack Herrer in an endless field of yard garbage. Swimming the bar, taking shots to the face like Hunter Thompson. Midnight Mirage till I see sunrise in Gotham. I'm like an Irish rock king, so follow me Kiva to the marsh pit and get stomped on punk rock. You fucks got the problem. My whereabouts have been known like Osama bin Laden. So come get it. That's what I thought. Pussies like George Bush, but whatever, man, get the stretch the hook. Drinking 40s, two little shorties, 12 years old at the older kids' party. Now we got car keys, drum machines, and kerosene. American dreams at the Dairy Queen turned to terror scenes. Cause I didn't like the look on their faces. Get hit with the bear mace and kick down the staircase.
Yo, we can drink a Red Bull, quote from the Bible, listen to the gospel. We can shoot a rifle, take it to your nostrils. Open the refrigerator, swing from the chandelier. We can pet the alligators, we can get slob in 05. Best believe it, take the laces out the sneakers, put the buzzing in the speakers. We cannot, can never die. We can dot the letter I. Nibble on a drumstick from a bucket of Kentucky Fried. We cannot remember why. We can change a channel, we can turn the handle, and we could even flip the sample. Yo, we can be crazy low, budget on the radio, collecting FCC fines, rhyming with the late 80s flow. Till the next episode, we can stay chillin', down a whole bottle of Ritalin. Then we can save the choke and catch a string of green lights all the way down Houston and count up to 1,000. But you can check the album.
Rolling.
American psycho, trying to make a living off of pissing off white folks. The kid with the spiked hair, no, it's not quite fair. Chilling in my building, a pushy uppy down a flight of stairs. I used to do a lot of crystal meth, but then I did the 12 steps. But then I did more crystal meth for 5 days and never slept alone in my apartment. Blacks and Megadeth, heaven help me. You cats ain't be knowing the half of it. Had the grade point average of a heroin addict. Now like every other shit, now I'm trying to make it with this rap, but the only label that I'm attached with is that of an enemy combatant. So I ain't trying to wind up in Guantanamo Bay or tied up and laid in Abu Ghraib. Nowadays gays, they try to bring back new wave, but I'm kicked this hip-hop till they bury me in the mass grave. You don't wanna fuck with Chuck, no, you don't wanna be fucking with Chuck, and you don't wanna fuck with Dust.
I hit your moms in the head with a metal pipe.
You don't wanna fuck with Chuck, no, you don't wanna be fucking with Chuck, and you don't wanna fuck with Dust.
I'm real frustrated with so much anger.
And DJ Kenta will fucking kill you. Hit some skunk.
Once again, Dust Mike. I chug Jameson like it's Bud Light till I can't stand upright. The future's talk on bum fights, yeah. You don't wanna fuck with me, man. Live grenade in my hand. Your life will change, little man. And I'ma raise up a flag of human heads once they're severed. Y'all mutant motherfuckers about to feel eternal winter. I'm dying eclipse and rise only glimpse. These times that we live, the lights getting dim. I got a knife to your chin, you gon' bleed. Cause I miss my puppy, the only thing in this fucked up world that's ever loved me. But then the German Shepherd next door killed it. So I slit that bitch's throat and the blood started spilling. And there I was, 12 years old, covered in blood. And that's about the time I realized I was in love. And that's about the time I started to do drugs. Be tabs away from rehab, swinging a hatchet at your kneecaps. You don't wanna fuck with Dust, nah. You don't wanna be fucking with Dust. And you don't wanna fuck with Chuck.
I hit your moms in the head with a metal pipe.
And you don't wanna fuck with Dust, nah. You don't wanna be fucking with Dust. You don't wanna fuck with Chuck.
I'm real frustrated with so much anger.
To George W. and Condoleezza Rice, flipped it like a sequel to the Passion of the Christ.
Existence got spliced, Moss life is not nice. Have Dick Cheney, his wife, begging for her life.
Yeah, and it don't stop. I pulled a 187 on
Ronald Reagan, it's crazy low budget. You'll get your dome bludgeon. Catch Paul Wolfowitz in the face with a jump kick. I fucked it up. It's all just dust clouds, and none of it's real. I run through the killing fields, eyes peeled, trying to find a meal. And I try not to focus on the stench, but it's like my mind's been broken into sections. Reflections, they're all clear, but they're backwards. So the mirror's been shattered into a smoke of glass fragments. It lingers, take a deep breath, feel your lungs bleed, absorb the poison quickly. This army ghost is hungry, they're like wolves. But if you give a wolf a blade, it'll lick it for days and bleed to death just for the taste of its own blood. Till there's no tongue and no love, and the knowledge that you spoke of no longer holds up. Like,
it's just clouds of dust. It's just clouds of dust. It's just clouds of dust.
Yo, and it shall remain undercoded. And they who think they know they don't know shit. The code will never be broken. Truth is not elusive, but a drop of water's not the ocean. Yo, the lines of time span through ages. What remains? It's gravity, change, tragedy, pain, the sacred language of the brain twitch, eternal rearrangement. There's only so much weight you can take before you break. It's constant strain, train, harder cosmic rain, water, and fire. The fire, water, brain opera. The eighth chakra opens up. Watch the world combust, and all evolves and revolves around us. Just scribble right, middle of night, it'll ignite quicker than light. Lyrical flight to pinnacle heights, sicker than life. Mike's devoured. I spit this like this, I was the last. Hearing the plight, the power and cash, fearing the rights the couch grab. If you let them do you think you can see through minds, man? Take a look through mine, man. PP's design plans, blueprints, diagrams, vibrant scams, fingerprinted hands, footprints in the sand, a crooked land, under Cliff's command, thoughts extend. Grand deceiver fall, the pens, the inks, the blood of the dead, brink of destruction ahead. No, it's just in your head, so you just need to let go. Mirages decompose and God speaks in codes, and it shall remain undercoded. And they who think they know they don't know shit. The code will never be broken. Truth is not elusive, but a drop of water's not the ocean. And it shall remain undercoded. And they who think they know they don't know shit. The code will never be broken. Truth is not elusive, but a drop of water's not the ocean. Let me just keep hitting.
This time of night, when I'm still wired, waiting for the sunlight to kick on through the cracks of my boarded shut gutter window. I'm not sure that you can comprehend the world you're stepping into. Just follow the cable wire to the TV in the corner. Take a seat next to the boiler if you intend on getting warmer. Nowadays my life's spent under suspicious pipes and vents. Check the gas for change if you came in to collect the rent. If not, take a seat, flip on through some channels. Black and white, Robert Mitchum, cut to the commercials. It's easy to feel cramped in a place so cold, so damp. If the girl wants to dance, just tell her to watch the lamp. And don't mind the dust from the record collection. I'm giving pints of blood for that record collection. It's 7:15, sunlight is starting to bleed. Time to go to sleep, please turn off the stereo when you leave. Who's that knocking on my basement door? Who's that knocking on my basement door? Tell me who's that knocking on my basement door? Who's that knocking on my basement door?
I swear I can't take it. I'm here trying to tell you what Oasis. Y'all gone Matrix. Still on the grind in the basement. You don't gotta fix your face yet. It's okay. This whole game gets disco. Play quick. If you don't make the old same shit, you label miscellaneous. What is this? You gotta really show patience. You believe these dick hole fakers? It's outrageous. Look, I'ma make great shit till I got a big long gray dick you can all play with. And you can print that statement and tell them that a big man made it. Then that case that
knocking on my basement door. Who's that knocking on my basement door? Tell me who's that knocking on my basement door? Who's that knocking on my basement door? For real, who's that knocking on my basement door? Who's that knocking on my basement door? Who's that knocking on my basement door? Who's that knocking on my basement door?
I descend these steps again. You down there in the dark? Once you're done with Monty Python, why don't we turn the lights on so I can turn the mics on, amps on, transform once the beat drops. I'll spit a stream of thoughts, sandstorm that rips the flesh from the bone. Same old carnivore. In these times of fear lies the swords of the gods of war, and honor is a corpse behind the police line, taped off. And the word patriot is as cursed as the name Adolf on below radar. 10 feet beneath the city streets, puffing a Dutch clip, freestyled and busting some other shit like trusting the government to give you freedom without a license is like fucking a succubus with an identity crisis. But
Our tragedy today is a general and universal physical fear, so long sustained by now that we can even bear it. There are no longer problems of the spirit. There is only the question, when will I be blown up? Because of this, the young man or woman writing today has forgotten the problems of the human heart in conflict with itself, which alone can make good writing, because only that is worth writing about, worth the agony and the sweat. Until he relearns these things, he will write as though he stood among and watched the end of man. I decline to accept the end of man. It is easy enough to say that man is immortal simply because he will endure, that when the last ding-dong of doom has clanged and faded from the last worthless rock hanging timeless in the last red and dying evening, that even then there will still be one more sound, that of his puny, inexhaustible voice still talking.
What's the deal, kids? What's up, man? Motherfuckers be talking shit, you know? Tell me what I don't be scared by my intelligence. Tell me what I got. Lots of money. I'm trying to keep it real, you know what I'm saying? I'm a poet. This fucking rap. What are you thinking? You know, for real. Fuck off, serious. Where fuck you going? Check it out. Come back. Mic check. Yo, man. Charlie Bennett making entrance like it ended the sentence. Giving strangers middle fingers. Sold my soul to hell so I could rock bells. Tell the world to stretch themselves just enough to F themselves. I told you cats I'm special educated, that I spent most of my childhood heavily medicated, half faded in the back of class, fucking around with rap. Now every time I smoke crack I start to act like Shaq Black. When I visited the ghetto, the local kids jumped me. When I went away to rehab, the counselors hugged me. At the deaf poetry reading, man, they tried to unplug me, cause I got up on the microphone and was like, yo, just what the fuck do these kids think they're doing? In droves moving to Brooklyn, bohemian transplants getting raped in central booking. It just doesn't make sense. Artists driving up the rent, forcing working families out their homes and into tents. Yo, shit, I can't say shit, cause while they're chilling in loft, I'm still living in my parents' basement. I can't sleep, staring at the same constellations that been glowing on my ceiling since 1987. And even the younger chicks starting to think that I'm a loser, a suitor whose big thing is making music on a computer. But yo, Dust, what up? Yo, what's going on, dude?
Yo, anybody who fucks with Chuck Rhythm, I'll fucking stab you.
I got to get my shit together. Till then, I'ma get high with my friends. Check it. Cats be saying I could've done better. They don't know, I just got to live my life. I've got to get my shit together. Really stand, I got to be my own man. Motherfuckers cats be saying it's now or never. Now let me introduce myself again. Hello, my name's Chuck and I'm an alcoholic. Couldn't even get into community college. Was born to do dishes, pour Guinness on bitches, snort coke off the ass of Ukrainian strippers. Back in kindergarten, I used to hate girls. Took a BB gun to the track, shot squirrels. My 13 wasn't having it, raiding a liquor cabinet. Now I'm 22 and just voted for Bush by accident. Moron, I would have voted for Kerry Edwards, but I couldn't shake that old felony off my record. Probation officer tells me that it's time to stop boozing and mushrooming. Go get a job working for the union. I'm like, nah, I'm still grooving. You just don't understand. Put the mic in my hand and I'm kicking out jams. Crazy low budget, banging on garbage cans. Straight white man's about to get banned from the poetry slam. Yo, real, I got to get my shit together. Till then, I'ma get high with my friends. Check it, motherfuckers be saying that I could've done better. They don't know, I just got to live my life. I've got to get my shit together. Just trying to be real, man. Keep it real. Don't be a punk. Bitches be saying it's now or never. Now or never. Now or never. It's like that. It's like this. It's like that. I used to throw spitballs at the school teacher. Now I chill with the cool people around the pool table. A man of infinite jest, cheap clothing, dry sweat, and working manual labor without no personal savior. Pool stick like a lightsaber, broken over the head of a college kid who didn't think I understood what he said. Friends grab me by the shoulder, telling me the game's over. I'm gonna be hungover in the morning like a barbershop, build a breath of lines, and now I'm in the backseat. Just another Friday night on this felon trap sheet. But yo, as we pull away, I try to retrace my footsteps. Understand that right to left's not usually how a book is read. I gas my paycheck, then pay back the guy from the racetrack. And after taking care of that, I cleaned the rim of my cowboy hat. Called the missus, told her I was out with the boys. The background noise, sound of my kids playing with toys. Now I'm at the bar, down and whiskey like gasoline. Try to get as far away as I can from my family. A man with no plan is he. Analyzing my life, escorted to the station under the gaze of the blue light. Thrown in a cell, you one might think this is hell, but a couple hours stuck in the can, I just might sleep well. Good night's rest. I'm gonna just settle down right here. On this nice mattress. 5 hours now. Just 5. I really don't care. Just let it be. You know, all that good stuff. Hey, crazy low budget, get the fuck out of here. What are these fucking guys doing with the rap music? They need to get some real motherfucking jobs. Hey, forget about it.
This goes out to my uranium babies born in the 80s. The citizens arrested, the molested, the angry. So what now? Get shut down like 3 miles. Nuclear meltdown, we felt now till all the gods have knelt down. And out 707 heads of the serpent that lurks and lurches in your purses and churches. It's squirming while I burn it and scorch it like a torch lit bong hit. Feel the budget launches like a rocket in a Congress. Bullshit, you need to acknowledge that we got this. So I'll gouge your eye socket. So your other eye can watch us. Psychotic while I rocket. I drop Industradamus. I grab a mic and talk shit. Take a shot and fuck your mamas. Mamas. Swing a sword and more karma. Distort a tantrum organ form. Slit your throat like a barber. Yo, you've been putting your trust in the wrong place. Where the money got skate or just the lies behind your face. There ain't no ties in this race. So I'm tying down in place. And laughing as you get trampled by a stampede of the fake. That I leave gasping in my wake. Dust cloud coat your lungs. Now you're done. Collapse under the vulture circled sun.
Hey, these fucking guys are pretty good here with the rap music. Hey, I didn't know. All you punk ass fucking MCs trying to fucking crazy low budget. Get the fuck out of here. I'll drag you home to your fucking mother. Forget about it. Just throw your hands in the air and buck like it just don't. Get one dump, chuck coming at you like some coked up actor. Pace around inside the club about to knock out the taco. Yo, you best get the camera out my grill. Something like it in pills and I still can't sit still. The high class Sancho, take bottles to McDonald's. What you tell me meat is butter, margarita, cheeseburger, and some supersized fries. Witness the demise of Western civilization right before your fucking eyes. The head case from a red state gets a pistol, starts picking off liberals at that candlelight vigil. There's no need for a civil discussion. The terrorists got nukes that they stole from the Russians. And Nancy Simpson's sitcom has just been renewed. America is about to be screwed with no glue. in between this man's ears. Talking about the bus driver. Yes, the one who picks you up and drops you off downtown to the sounds of horns honking, horns walking, tourists stopping to take pictures. He signals on his transmitter, doesn't care where you from and what you got to say, hipster. You'll just watch your step and pay your way like everyone else. Please negotiate the aisle and find a seat for yourself. Keep the noise to a minimum, don't wanna be offended him. He'll kick you off this bus out your breaking the timberlands. See, I like to ride on easy street with the fresh feet. Come on, it's Friday night, Mr. Bus Driver, can you help me get to where I need to go? Important destinations. I was born with the drive, now all I need is the transportation. As the working man's time ticks away, I play the sidekick for a day. Sometimes to get somewhere, sometimes just to get away. Well, listen close and you can hear his resentments, failed dreams and fears. Talking about the bus driver. That's the one who's always there every hour on the dot. And depending on the traffic, I said we just might have a shot. Now while I got my mind in deep thought, pondering life, Mr. Bus Driver stops and flows to the rhythm of the streetlights. He's setting his ways, he's probably seen sunnier days, like when the routes through the city were nothing more than a maze. For him to conquer and explore his own private tour, never something left for him to do now is pull the levy and open the door. As the passengers, they get out about one. All they gotta do is check his plate, stand, understand where he be coming from. Steady in his lane, I just smell the vehicles fly by, ducking corners through the south side. Mr. Bus Driver, you think that we can pick up the pace? I don't mean to get up on your face, but check it, homeboy, I'm still in the race. Bus Driver, I need to get where I need to go. Word, Bus Driver, yo, I'll be down for the revolution, man. Just give me a call. I'll slit the bitch's throat, for real. Now it's been a hot minute since me and Bus Driver kicked it. That's my car outside the bar, accumulating parking tickets. Nowadays, John's 5, not 5, none of the job. Working for the man just so I can make the payment for my own ride. Punching in, punching out, lunch break you can take now. Running up in gridlock, about to have a nervous breakdown. That's when I spot him in the left lane. And although he can't see me, I know he's there on the regular, making all this shit like he needs, so I should thank the bus driver. He was a man of few words, I've observed. He was never one to leave a cat hanging by the curb. He might think I'm disturbed, but really he taught me some life lessons by never answering a question, always stopping for pedestrians. The bus driver. Fetus Aborted, cause all that coke I snorted, I can't afford it. They said I could have been a contender, but instead I'm coming down off the spot they bender. Yo.
I should have been a fetus killed off. Now walk around pissed off, neck in a slip knot. Sex, drugs, and hip hop. Let's chunk a brick off my roof and brush a cop car. My motherfucking rocks all what? You don't believe I throw rocks at Nazi cops? Half the cars in the 9th precinct stay stuck in the body shop. La-di-da, fuck pops to puff some ganja, drain a fifth, and take a piss. The hollow bottle gospel, I ain't as fit. I'm a monster. Yo, with these suicidal tendencies, like all I wanted was a Pepsi. You're on drugs. With the machete ready to split your mind in half, sniff another line and laugh. Put a 9 to my eye and blasting. Right as I die, I'll ask to project out my body, manifest as a ghost instantly. Meditating above your head, defecating epiphanies. But until then, I'ma just chill and get twisted, listening to Mr. Living the Misfits, wishing I never existed.
Whoa. I should have been a fetus aborted, cause all that coke was snorted, I can't afford it. They said I could have been a contender, but instead I'm coming down off the spot they bender. Check it, I should have been a fetus aborted, cause all that coke was snorted, I couldn't afford it. They said I could have been a contender, stepped them outside the window like an alcoholic. Trying to stay positive, but I got the Bobby Brown prerogative. Looking for the trailer where the girl with the Oxycontin lives. It was destined to die on a couch with open eyes. Mugshot after mugshot, nothing changed except the mullet size. It wasn't always like this, I used to be productive, inspirational young man. Then became self-destructive, got laid off from the mill. Now all I do is sit and chill, pop strips and pills that illegally were failed. This is real, another product of post-industrialization. Job migration, now I'm at the police station. I hit my wife, smacked my kids up, tore my whole crib up. Now who's the next fuck? Been up with Uncle Sam just to get fucked. I should have been a fetus aborted, cause all that coke was snorted, I can't afford it. They said I could have been a contender, but instead I'm coming down off this 5-day bender. I should have been a Fetus Aborted, cause all that coke was stored and I couldn't afford it. They said I could have been a contender, instead I'm outside your window like an alcoholic ninja.
American fat butt, eat my hamburger, don't start with me. Catching up a cut to the blubber gut, drop kick to the artery. I'm a cross between Holden Caulfield and Genghis Khan, a Middle-earth elf and a drunk leprechaun. So let's get it on. I just rolled in from the leper colony with a sweaty wad of Monopoly money and a soul that's ever hollowing. And honestly, I might be one of the sickest yet. I'll rip a vet, your weak-ass flow stops like riverbeds. I'll light my cigarette backwards just to leave you with fiberglass burns on the cartoon gorilla at the speakeasy missing the password. You gon' hit the curb with tremendous force. Monty's like Gandhi with a shotty, flipping the fuck out on you Nazis. Writing sequel to the Dresden bombing of a broken record harmony. Smoke detectors alarming, organ farm, you can't harm me. Yeah, you know it's crazy low budget. Thus Might and Chuck rhythm, come on, you know you love it. Fucker.
Down there, would you really feel any pity if one of those dots stopped moving forever? If I offered you 20,000 pounds for every dot that stopped, would you really, old man, tell me to keep my money? Or would you calculate how many dots you could afford to spend?
Yo, at night I pray to God, grant me serenity. Money, power, sex, plus revenge on my enemies. Claiming to be friends with me, but when I was down in the gutter, never bothered to call my number just to say what up to a motherfucker. Passed by me like a stranger, now I got anger. Skeletons in the closet, propped it up like coat hangers. A skyline view from my office make the average person nauseous. The human race is simple stuff for more than dots on the sun. See, every Jesus got a Judas, every Caesar's got a Brutus. And like Laura to the Buddhists, now these Ebenezer Scrooges are getting all spreading rumors. Passing my name like Buddha all around the water cooler, maneuvering just like Lucifer. I'm brooding in my cubicle, wishing for a brighter day. Got these thoughts in my head like metal in the microwave. Try to read what the Bible say, but I just don't get it. Instead of seeing the Holy Spirit, all I've been seeing is digits. So at night when I go to sleep, I count myself as a sheep. Suppressing or just open fire on a Friday night at Ludlow Street. They cover behind the fax machine, unload a magazine. Just usual necktie caught in the paper shredded daydream. That's it.
Constantly killing myself. Watch your mind spell. Stuck in a state of perpetual seppuku. Dropping toasters in your mental pool to electrocute and illuminate the shadow of death next to you. She's feeding off the vapors as they rise from your exit wounds. Yo, you ever seen someone die in the snow? The steam from the vein looks like the rise for the soul. Can you see it? Do you believe it? Do you taste it when you breathe it? I'm the formless heathen floating through the trees to approach an eating like air piranha. When you smoke rings of orange marijuana, you're the crystal colored streams of ganja from the flames of Ghana. The terrain I want, the coffee jungle, I'm painting hard. I saw a Ronin slain with honor by Zen Archer with the ticket. Modern Roman, ice and I'm on a brown in ocean streets. Walking open streets with 4 legs and cloven feet. I'm a centaur like 65, but you walk your war horse. Slice through your 3D poisons with that two-sided cross sword. One mic. It's just sound bites. Air assaults, ground strikes. It's like the dogs die. This is what it sounds like. It's dust mic. It's like I'm rapping dusted, but it sounds like when you run 3 packs and buckets. It's what your mouth
Check it. I used to love her, but I had to kill her. Shut the bitch down with the 9mm. Damn, she was fine. She was messing with my mind. Guess I just needed some time to be by myself to unwind. Relax, kick back, hire an old maid to tidy up the cave. Cook me a meal, then go away. Leave me the fuck alone so I can concentrate on art. Drink a beer in my underwear, watching infomercials in the dark. I have some more of that verse. I ain't gonna even rhyme for fuck it. I don't care. I don't care. Yo, Mouse, bring the sax back up in this biatch.
from right there. That's fine. fuck it. I'm the party like it's 1999. Chuck rhythm on the rhyme. Crazy low budget. All y'all punk ass motherfuckers who think you can rap. And you ain't shit. Crack rockin'. Who stopped the mosh pit? Chuck with the vomit on a blonde chick's progress. Down to fight and jump at the couple white bones. Too much spike in the punches. Got Chuck keeping up his lunch. Best to give me a breath mint. Give me the keys to your daddy's Lexus. Plus another malt beverage and a hot little freshman. And I cruise around your town like I had a fucking death wish. Use a freedom's gonna crash your car. Why the hell you think I'm parking on your front lawn? With the alarm on. You're picking fences, run over your parents, make you hungover. You're grinding for the whole summer. That's what happens when you fuck with Chuck. You really think the beef round Chuck? After some red cups and jocks, step up. Watch Mr. Abercrombie and Fish get hit like a bitch. Yo, crack rockin', crack rockin'. Take the money your parents gave you out your damn pocket. If you don't, you're getting dragged by that chain wallet.
Crack rockin', crack rockin',
crack rockin', crack rockin'. Kids trying to be honest, man, you know you gotta stop it. You know you can't compete with the crazy low budget.
crack rockin', crack rockin'.
Party people in the place to be. This is hepatitis C and dust on your feet. Yo, Dust, what the fuck is this, man? Motherfuckers be trying to rap and shit. They fucking suck. They need to get the fuck out of here.
Yo, crazy low budget is here forever, motherfuckers. Yo, it's 2005. I'ma rub your ass in the moonshine. Yo, let's take it back to 99 one time for your mind.
I was down with the hip hop when you and your mom was listening to the body and shit, man. We real New York
And
coming
rub it
around
on your face. Ain't for New York, dog.
man. Sex, money, power, Scarlett Johansson. Yo, keep the power. Man, you know what I'm saying? Money, just power. Keep it real, man. Let me get another hit on that guy.
Scarlett Johansson. Crazy low budget, keep that bad girl dancing. Fuck Elijah Wood, you throw your baby in the concrete.
Live for 2013. It's Psycho, Chuck, and Dust. It goes like this, check it out, yo. Money, power, Scarlett Johansson. Money, power, Scarlett Johansson. Money, power, Scarlett Johansson. Crazy low budget, the best boy band since Hanson. Well, it's a 187 with my balls in your chin strap. My bodyguard holds you, I handle the big slap. Crazy low budget, on a roll like a chicken cutlet. With lettuce, tomato, bitches snorting yayo, ayo. Is that a picture of your girl or your mom's? My website, chuckandfuckyouup.com. To the nation of Islam, I'd like to say peace. Listening to my beats is like getting beat by police in the streets. My lungs hot, punk rock, punk shots. I'll pull a gun out of a rainbow bright lunchbox. I'll strap a bomb to Mr. Potato Head. I'll slap your mama like bitch, now go make the bed. Before I break your head, hell don't make me beg. I'll kick you in the face, spinning on my head like crazy legs. Yeah, it's that crazy shit, self-deprecating shit. The 204 and postmodern kill your baby shit. Money, power, Scarlett Johansson. Money, power, Scarlett Johansson. Money, power, Scarlett Johansson. Peace to Charles Manson and Ted Danson. Well, I'm the hip-hop Johann Sebastian Bach. Better yet, known as the White Wesley Snipes. Motherfuckers get hyped when I step on the stage. Spill a bucket of pig's blood on the crowd. You got pig apes. Crazy low budget is the name of the band. We getting felt like memory glands. Ain't clammy hands. No more HJA girls singing the hook. It's the CLB crew. We burn blunts like books. Like nah, we burn books like blunts. Dust Mike Jones and bites chunks out your lying tongues all through the gristling. Hawk it at lost children and teach them to not listen. To smoke pot and watch Robot Chicken. Yeah, I'm twisting my tongue and stabbing motion. The beats from truck through your back broken. I get deep as fuck like Saturn's oceans. It's like a speeding truck hazmat explosion driving out Crenshaw. Fell for Hitchcock in a slingshot singing money, power, Scarlett Johansson. Money, power, Scarlett Johansson. Money, power, Scarlett Johansson. What? Rosario Dawson. Fuck it, she's dead. Fuck it, she's dead. Fuck it, she's dead. Well, I'm trying to stay high one night at a time, 3 lines at a time. Driving with Amanda Bynes on the road to perdition. Before that, I was at home base cooking on the Facebook, stalking women. Listening to the birds chirp, spying on my neighbor through the blinds of my window. She a 10th grader. I'm chasing that ass, follow you home through your gentrified hood. Then I spit lung through your yuppie trash. It wasn't always like that. I used to be a teetotaling virgin, leading toddlers through Bible class. Raised as a Mormon, knocking on tenements in Harlem in a suit, getting cursed at. Now I ride with the devil. Satan's got his hooks on me, smoking angel dust with Gabriel, pilfering my grandma's OxyContin. It might be lonely at the top, but it's a bitch at the bottom. It might be lonely at the top, but it's a bitch at the bottom. the glass in the back of the black cab. That last night before they taken me off to rehab. Detoxing with the shivers, sweating out the liquor with no shoelaces. They call them happy slippers. The situation is fucked. Every night cry myself awake as my roommate beats off on the top bunk. I wanna take out the hippie counselor, but he's protected by a male nurse the size of a bouncer. 28 days later, just like the movie, they let me loose back on the streets of New York City. It's a pity, now I'm stone cold sober. No more booze, prostitutes, the fun times is over. Now I really got problems. It might be lonely at the top, but it's a biatch at the bottom. It might be lonely at the top, but it's a bitch at the bottom. I might be clean, but my behavior's still reckless. Hooked up with a BB dub, I solicited on Craigslist. Snuck her into the halfway house. Slob could barely fit through the window, but at least I got a date now. I closed my eyes and hit it. After a couple quick minutes, I was finished. I felt embarrassed, so I quit it. 9 months later, I get a call from a lawyer. Told me, congratulations, I'm about to be a father. In Woodhall Hospital sobbing. They bring me out my son. The little kid is sitting there smirking. Yo, I feel like I want a cop. Damn, you might have your problems at the top, but it's a bitch at the bottom.
Zombies and stealth scud, missile elf blood dripping from Monty's pen. I'll strap the rap game down in front of the J train like get back, click bang, crazy low budget Batman, get on my lane. The rat kings in the hen house, the paradoxator, the reptilian agenda exile, death style, like the samurai contemplation of 1,000 arrows piercing your chest on a daily basis. I'm ready for whatever the fuck you got. Melt your crown down in a pot, pour on your head, melt your face off. I'll take your broken gods back to Vastrovac, aka an industrial park where I melt your bones in a vat of hydrofluoric acid that I bury with the fraggles and the dinosaur fragments and stalactites and bat shit. This has been going on for far too long, and I've been too jaded to give a fuck, but fuck it, I'ma crush it like Big Pun was reborn as an Irish Cherokee, and he smoked a bunch of DMT, and he's back to tell you what he's seen, and it ain't pretty, but it's the truth. Just like when I'm in the booth, it's dust mite, and I'm ripping through your mind like wet tissue. Like a ginsu through a shih tzu, you'll whimper in pain. Simple plain, smoking cigarettes on the train.
Insane, smoking cigarettes on the train. Insane, smoking cigarettes on the train. Insane, smoking cigarettes on the train. Insane, smoking cigarettes on the train. Smoking cigarettes on the train. Can you please put that cigarette out? Please, pretty please.
New York. Life is fucking crazy, yo. I'll murder a verse, murderer show, murder the tax man. It's Dostoevsky lighting fires and trash cans, just trying to keep my hands warm, relax and stay calm, and bury my acorn before the mothership takes off. Yeah, it's the notes from the future dark age of global climate disruption and climactic eruptions of a culture of mass consumption approaching the grand conjunction. But yo, I just came to this party to take a shit in the oven. Yeah, it's that kind of party. I'll stick my dick in the mashed potatoes, so sick I can rap tornadoes round you little bitch ass cicadas, always buzzing with your white noise. You bout to get drowned out. You perpetrating and you bout to get found out. A roundhouse, the motherfucking teeth from your mouth, send them clattering like change across the feet of your spouse. I'm beating you down, so just take it and shut the fuck up. Word to Martha, dump truck, chuck your guns up. What the fuck, dust on a killing spree, so beware, man. Trying to catch me's like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands. My raps are lethal, in the streets of Brooklyn smacking people. Some folks are so gassed I could hydro-frack their ego and power a speedboat, skate off to Puerto Rico. I get live for the people when I grab the mic and divide by zero. So here we go, it's crazy low when we back. Took a few years off, but now rap's getting body bagged. Hey yo, it's Dust and Psycho Chuck, eating microdots, crushing mics to microdust. What up? You'll get chucked in front of a bus and stuck the fuck up like yo, put your hands up. What up? It's Chuck and that Psycho Dust, so turn the bass up, yeah, turn the mics up. What up? Most of you rappers fucking suck, so motherfucker what? Oh shit. Only a cigarette. I got the head the shape of a globe, minus the frontal lobe. Ramming motherfuckers like a buffalo. Never mind the voices, I hear my thoughts aloud as if I had a Greek chorus telling me to punch tourists in my discontented winter. Even though my jersey's hanging from the Barclays Center rafters like a ninja, call me Mr. Psycho. Banned from the Bible, reading books in the book depository. Where's my rifle? Eject your brains from your head like Nintendo and blow on it. Then I'ma have dust stomp on it. I got more sonnets than motherfuckers with white wigs, leaving metal in the microwave. The light of day not gonna be seen anytime soon. I'm drinking Seagrams, throwing televisions out the window like I'm Keith Moon. Yo, I ain't no drummer, but I might drop your tempo when I slice you with the ride cymbal. Snap the hi-hat, closed on the fingers of your favorite indie rock songwriter slash singer. Hey, watch out, buddy. Your banjo's about to get smashed all over the train platform on Metropolitan Ave. Here's Johnny, the way I walk a line makes cash. My name is Psycho Chuck, and that's short for psychopath, so step off. Yo, this is a crazy low-budget election day special. Politicians claiming to be feeling females, caught with she-males, exchanging emails with young boys. The Christian wife is a decoy, bet a tranny hooker whose birth name was Leroy. Now Chuck don't care how you like to get off, but when you preach at the podium, man, it pisses me off. You want to keep Mary and Mary from getting married, even though those bitches served in the military. Views quite contrary for a closeted fairy. Use a hypocrite for real after a day cutting deals up on Capitol Hill. You mix coke and Viagra pills to get your frills busting nuts at parties like Eyes Wide Shut, dressed up like Ku Klux, grabbing twinks' butts. It's men like these in the government that make me wanna holler, yo, fuck the Republicans. Word, fuck the Republicans, fuck the GOP, fuck the Christian conservative motherfucking bigots. You know what I mean? Y'all can suck the dick of Psycho Chuck twice and call it resurrection. It's no wonder why you hate women. Your wife is a beard, as well as your second cousin. Wanna take away her reproductive rights. You talk about liberty only when it applies to white douches in the 2% income level. You revel in being a white devil, finding loopholes in the tax code. You hate our president just because he's a black dude. Cling to your Bibles and your guns, reenacting the Civil War cause you think the wrong side won, and most of the money you inherited. You never worked for nothing. It's gonna be embarrassing when you get busted in that DC motel with an underage congressional page. Now you upstate getting raped by your beefcake cellmate. You had it coming, man. Fuck the Republicans. I'm saying, what right do you have to tell people who and who they cannot marry? That's some government and choosing shit. And y'all motherfuckers are supposed to be some libertarians. Am I correct? And y'all some fucking hypocrites on that shit, passing anti
Je m'appelle Chuck Benet, getting biatches pregnant every day. Use my tongue like a bidet, paint a Monet. Last name Ramsey, not for nothing. I go down on her youngin' like I'm Roman Polanski. Plus I don't need to rape, punk, I write poetry. Smoking the blunt like William Blake. Nips who wear steaks, serve me grapes and figs. We like marionettes in our powdered
Chuck
wigs.
Benet Ramsey.
Yo, I know my fucking name, you ain't gotta say it again.
Chuck Benet Ramsey.
I told y'all bitches, stop saying my fucking name. Yo, I'm running this rap game, Chuck Benet Ramsey. I'm seriously, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck? I'm saying, man, I'm trying to do my fucking fucking game. Yo, hold on, motherfuckers, I got a story I like to tell. Yo, one night I got off work from the Strand bookstore, cashed my paycheck, headed to the Mars bar, the size of a train car, covered in graffiti. A string of Christmas lights illuminates such a seedy place. I was based, started ordering drinks, shots of Jameson straight to the face with no chase. Did a bump in the bathroom, reeking of piss. Checked myself in the mirror, I was stoned, emotionless. Back to the room, getting crowded with fools. When I noticed this chick in a black hood, she had taken my stool. I played it cool. She didn't need no introduction. She said, "Hey Chuck, why are you looking all so?" I told this bitch, "Yo, how the fuck you knowin' my name?" She said, "Everything about you, I could read your dreams." And then she pulled back the hood, and then I understood it was the wickedest witch from my nightmares right there. Her skin was white as bone, emaciated, ugly, with two burning hot coals where her eyes should be. Her hair was falling out, a black scarf around her throat. She said, "Hey Chuck, why you messing with that cheap coke? I got the shit out to get you high. Why don't you give it a try?" She grabbed me with a hand that was as cold as a steel blade, led me to the John. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Next thing I know, we were making out. Her breath was like death. She undid her robe, she undressed. Was this a test? Before I should blink, bitch had hopped up on the sink. She said, "Ramsey, I got something I want you to drink." I was like, whoa, whoa. But before I could say no, I was going down there like I was Caravaggio. Time became suspended. I was digging deeper and deeper into another dimension. Brush strokes of red and black, the darkest colors. I couldn't breathe, I was smothered, I was scared as a motherfucker. I felt sharp fingernails pierce the skin of my back. I had no time to react, I threw up against the mirror cracked. The witch let out a scream like an animal, her teeth turned to fangs. She was aiming for my clavicle. I threw her against the wall before I knew what I was doing. Grabbed a piece of the shattered mirror and cut her face open. I was jabbing her, stabbing her, the shit was mad real. Her guts poured out her stomach like a nest of eels. Blood splaying out on the towels like a Jackson Pollock. She finally stopped moving, I turned around to book it. But before I could go, I heard her whisper my name, Ramsey. Since that night I haven't been the same. I'm saying I got out of that bar, I lit up a cigarette, and I was like, yo, I need to change my life. I'm going down the wrong path, you know? I'm on the rocky road to hell. I need to redeem myself. So I swore off all hard liquors right there, all cigarettes, all evil women of the lowest virtue. I was like, I'm gonna lead, you know, the Christian life. One time for your motherfucking mind. Thank you.
Continental tonight, New York to Sweden, cross the transatlantic on a freight train, insane. Slapping cellulite with sweaty palms, ready to embalm the kooky neighbor on your sitcom, busting nuts on your bed when you're not home. People rap along like underwear gnomes when I drop homes. With beats from Sweden hooked up by IAlone. CLB classicer than Fender Chrome. Off the top of the yarmulke, I drop bombs across regions. Some call me a drone, engineered by the most disturbed of scientists. When I write this and record this, it'll cause tinnitus. Blank flim that drips down the mic stand. You new cats need to go back and listen to X-Clan. Triple X brand distilled at temperatures most chilled. When I'm in the basement of Buffalo Bill. 2013, so I gotta come correct, kid. Go wild like kids on field trips to the Intrepid. That's a New York metaphor. If you don't know, ask. Now to Dostoevsky, I'll pass the flask.
It's Dusty Doodads, Launchpad McQuackin' it, Life Aquatic Lazarus, Fiber Optic Hazardous, Sadomasochist, High Priest,
Pan's Labyrinth, listening to Black Sabbath, rip granite. The universe is shaped like this planet. Observe the curve at times, murderous thirst, where vines and nerves in the earth, lies submerged in the dirt, where minds eternally search and find circular birth. What? Yeah, motherfucker, this is science. Elves riding giants, riding mammoths, committing violence. And that's about the long and short of it. My style's raw, feed you to a wild boar named Mortimer. And I'm out.
You're afraid of space, huh?
No, I'm Marky the firefighter.
Marky the firefighter?
I'm a friendly firefighter.
But don't you Marky cause fires?
No.
Yeah, you're a fireball, aren't you?
No, I'm not a fireball, no.
Yeah, I saw you set a fire.
We go put the fire down the fireworks start.
Yeah, I saw you set a fire just like 10 minutes ago.
No, we don't set fires.
Yeah.
All the firefighters go put them out. We have a good time doing it.
You think you can put out the fire in my pants right about now?
Your fire where?
Hey! Hi! Hi! Hi!
Fuck off. And you got people that think that they're supposed to treat dogs like children. Why do they have a right to walk up behind me and blow that siren?
Nobody knows you when you're down and out, living in a cardboard box, trying to fuck your way out. Not a couch to crash on, coffee table to ash on. Take up 2 train seats, not a way of flashing your slong. Nobody even has pity, getting raped by the city. Plus I still got loans from that theater degree. On a park bench as yuppies walk by, not one person says hi. They're playing with their iPads. I tried to make friends with some crust punk types, but they shoved me cause I wear baggy sweats with no spikes. Yo, Chuck is hard on his luck. Find a pair of rusty scissors, give myself a lesbian haircut. Finally begged enough change for a coffee, but someone just threw more change into my hot cup of coffee. I'm probably gonna need shelter, judging by the wind. There's a cold front coming in. I'ma tell you one time, if I ever get my hands on $1 again, I'ma choke that bitch till the eagle grins.
Like it? No! You see, I'm not a dog!
If I ever get my hands on $1 again, I'ma choke that bitch till the eagle grins.
You live in a society where everybody looks at you like you're a sex object. You're not supposed to think you're a sex object.
I gave all my money to charity to dancer at pumps from a single parent family. Gave me a tug in the men's room, offered to take me back to her place soon after closing. Got off the last stop in Canarsie. She took me up a 5th floor walk up while she chain smoked Luckies. Introduced me to her son, told me he doesn't like to talk. Perhaps while freshen up you two would like to play some Xbox. So I pick up a controller, youngin' proceeds to school me at Call of Duty. Something's wrong with the situation. Charity spent the last half hour locked inside the bathroom. I paused the game, walked past the empty bottles, opened the bathroom door. Shit, now we got problems. Charity sprawled out on that dirty ass towel with a needle between her toes. Foam and bile is leaking from her mouth. The night was heading south. I called 911, tell the sun, yo, I'm out. I ran out the tenement into the sunshine, shining like a new dime, no loot for the train. If I ever get my hands on $1 again, I'ma choke that bitch till the eagle grins. If I ever get my hands on $1 again, I'ma choke that bitch till the eagle grins.
And they stand in front of me as though they're not an intimidating factor. You want to make sure cops don't kill cops, you take away their guns. If you want to make sure that cops don't sodomize people, you make sure they don't get their hands on broomsticks or nightsticks.
Check it, I'm post-op. Male to female, back to male. Strip at Chippendales, whip my tail, smack glasses off. On stage they call me Hasselhoff. Matures yelling, take it off! I'm mature myself, you see I'm older, 5 years sober. Tell you ho, I don't do blow or guzzle king cobra. I'm a machine with no emotions, like a gerbil in your colon, exploring different worlds, new dimensions unfurl. I don't watch the show Girls, and Crazy Low don't upload videos. But if you stay up late night, you can catch us on Arsenio. Busting off, busting loose, maneuvering like fiddlers on the roof when we drop the musical deuce. I got dignity and grace, catch me in North Brooklyn, giving birth like a woman to a new style. Slipping outside the box, thinking outside the box, like like a blanket with smallpox. I'm wrapping my dumb self around you. Everything you thought to be concrete, I beat down to gravel. Travel through time in a wig like a Mozart. With the impact of Mario Kart, leave you in various parts, put you back together. Now you're what God intended. Taking the train to space like Jonathan Zizmor. Ripping your face off, crazy low budget, Jonathan Zizmor. Ride with no Metro card. Now you're what God intended. Now you're what God intended. Now you're what God intended. I'm proceeding to peel back the bandages now.
Yo, what the fuck is that? Looking like Krang with a wig on. The mutant brain boomerang slang from the pig farm. We the shit, y'all, sent from a distant star. I got the whole world stuck in a broken VCR. Yo, pass the screwdriver, I'm a jerry-rig your dream safe. Feed a whole cheese plate to the king demon snake. The beat breaks
like the bones in your finger.
In the zone with the crossbow, phone off the ringer. Got your bones on a string around my neck like Anguli Mala. Serial killer met the Buddha, got his heart burst by a Mahakala. I take it back, speak the math of vampire back. Strike the empire back, hit you with a frying pan. Live from a Randolph Smite, spitting blood on the mic. Belly full of ghosts, flows, parasites and dynamite. And I'ma light you on fire, fire, fire. I don't know why, but yo, that's just the way I roll. You see, some days I go a little insane, kinda like a zombie, but everything is brains. And I'ma eat my way to the center of the earth and not stop till the clock ticks left and your head bursts. Coriolis effect, wet work, berserker technique, slurred speech, blurted over beats. Word to the mercury, serpentine, slithering through the city, glistening, trudging through the sludges, the lost souls of broken human beings. Smoking fumes are seen from miles away as a haze of green, purple, gray helicopters and the birds of prey, and earthquakes vibrate and shake tectonic plates till they break in half. Little kid with the magnifying glass makes the skyline collapse. I'm on the river rapids laughing, escaping the mayhem, plotting my revenge with a hatchet and a bag of brain stems. I'm coming back, fucker, like a comet, spitting sulfuric vomit to open up a hole in your subconscious. Throw garbage on it, you'll thank me for it. You'll get shanked in the forehead sincerely. It's Dr. Zizmor, kid.
Taking the train to space like Jonathan Zizmor. Ripping your face off, crazy low budget, Jonathan Zizmor. Ride with no Metro card. Now you're what God intended.
Now you're what God intended.
Now you're what God intended. Taking the train to space, through space, like Jonathan Zizmor. Swiping the Metro card, hopping the turnstile, Jonathan Zizmor. Making friends like Jonathan Zizmor. Give you a new nose, leave your body froze like Jonathan Zizmor. You could be whoever you are when you're out making friends like Jonathan Zizmor. Touch up that back knee, Jonathan Zizmor. If you got the dough, call Jonathan Zizmor. The crazy low budget and Jonathan Zizmor. We don't play guitars. You could be whoever you are, Jonathan Zizmor.